Hi guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Rangers. We're going to be going to McDermott Park just now to take on St Johnstone. I don't know why we're playing on a random Tuesday, but whatever, we'll take what we can. Last round of fixtures was when we beat Dundee United and Celtic beat Ross County, so this gives us an opportunity actually. If we look at the table, we're one clear of Celtic just now. This gives us the opportunity of course to go four clear, with Celtic obviously having a game in hand, so let's hope we can put that pressure on them. Our record against St Johnstone's pretty decent. We've got 6 wins, a draw and 3 losses against them. We're obviously in excellent form with lots and lots of wins. We've won 10 in a row I think in the league now. And St Johnstone in decent form. They won their last game but lost the 2 previous to that. The squad I think is pretty much going to be what it was last time. Nobody I really want to bring in. So we're going to go with an unchanged squad. We're going to go with Fulton, Gamboa, Cardoso, Wallace, Oliveira, Jack McGinn, Burjonas, O'Halloran, Afif and Odsonne Edouard. So we're taking that up to St Johnstone. We've been comfortably beaten actually by St Johnstone a couple of times. We came up to McDermott Park, I think it was last season, and we got absolutely slapped. They slapped us at Ibrox as well. So it would be nice if we can keep this going, keep the streak going here by beating them. They're just going with a 4-4-1-1 here. Obviously giving us the respect that we deserve being on this great run. John McGinn is delighted about our encouraging words before the game. Now Edouard, McGinn, Jack and Wallace kick us off. Okay, 4th place St Johnstone currently sit in the table, so it's not going to be an easy game coming away to them here. No shots in the first 10 minutes. Or the first 15 for that matter. Absolutely nothing happening in the game. Possession more or less 50-50. St Johnstone just edging it. Wow, this has been a horror show of a game. First shot to ourselves, but not worthy of showing apparently, as Quitongo picks up an injury for St Johnstone. Speaking of St Johnstone, it's Andy Hallery, plays it to Quitongo. Quitongo drives it from range, Fulton saves, Scugo on the rebound, has to be offside, and he is. That an early warning shot fired from St Johnstone, or early-ish. Well, that has got to be one of the worst halves of football I've ever seen in Football Manager. 2 shots for us, 1 for them. Nothing happening there. Aggressive, far from pleased. They've been rotten today. I think we're going to go to a 2 up, but we're going to go with that, or are we going to go with that? Do you know what? We're going to go with this. We'll go with the back 4. O'Halloran can come off. Afif can come off. McGinn drops back into the midfield. Ryan Jack is going to be the one that goes deep in there, play the deep line playmaker. McGinn can be box to box. Burjonas can be a deep line playmaker likewise. Afif and O'Halloran will be the ones to come off. Afif off for Morelos, and Avdiaj can come on for O'Halloran as we ring the changes. He can be a trequartista, and Morelos obviously switching with Edouard there. So the width being provided by the fullback is going to tell them to push forward here. We could, as I said in the Hibs game, we could leave ourselves open down the flanks with that kind of formation, but we have to push forward and go for it now that we're in a title race. As Scugo drives forward, plays it down the wing. Andy Halliday actually gets in behind, puts the cross in. It's away by Wallace. Witherspoon knocks it down to Murdoch, who hammers it well wide in the end. But that's a blueprint for how we can actually get caught by the St Johnstone side if we're not careful at the back. 2 shots for ourselves, but St Johnstone now have pushed their count away up to 4, and they're looking the stronger team. Luis Suarez is on. It's a Colombian on loan from Watford, thankfully. I was almost a little concerned there, as Witherspoon completes a clearance. Scugo's going for it. I don't know why Oliveira didn't get that first, but he does win it on the tackle. Jack to Burjonas. Avdiaj helps her on to Edouard, who shoots first time, and it's a great save, Xander Clark. Edouard had more time there, should have took a touch, but at least we've created our first real chance, almost on the hour mark. As Burjonas' corner's headed away. Again, we're not flowing as freely as we have been recently. We went in a streak of scoring like 3, 4 or 5 every game for about 4 or 5 games in a row, and that seems to have ended now, and we're really struggling to get wins. We have been still getting them though, so hopefully we can rise to the occasion here. 5 shots now for us, 4 for them, so we're taking control of the match a little bit, I guess. 20 minutes left. We're going to demand more out of the boys, but it does look like we're heading for a bore draw. With 10 minutes to go, We don't really have many changes left to make. McGinn hasn't been, fantastic. We'll take him off for Wayne Rooney. We're going to boost up Jack, and we go really aggressive with it, I guess. Avdiaj and Rooney can play in behind the two strikers. Jack and Jonas can be deep-lying playmakers. Jack can defend and Jonas can support. I'm not going to go overload just because I don't want to get beat. I will tell them to push forward if I can. There we go. So for the last 5 minutes, that's the instructions. But it looks like a board draw here up in Perth. Yeah, absolutely does. Just over 10 seconds left. Can't see us snatching it now. As Avdiaj's through ball is cleared. 10 seconds remains. Wallace and Jonas as we look to probe. Good ball to Edouard. Can he find support? There's an overlap. Rooney tries to find him. It's a really poor ball. And St Johnstone have stopped us in more tracks. A 0-0 board draw. Created absolutely nothing. One shot on target for either side. A really piss poor game from a spectator point of view as well. And that's us. That's the winning streak over. Sadly, we've only extended our gap to 2 points clear of Celtic. And of course, if Celtic win their game in hand, they'll go top of the table. And you'd obviously expect them to do that. And unfortunately, our strike force has dried up. We are away at bottom side Dundee next, so maybe they'll leak some goals to us, but I'm concerned now. If you look at our last couple of fixtures there, we barely sneaked it 1-0 away at home actually to Dundee United, and then away to St Johnstone. Really dull performance. Yeah, any bids for that guy I'm going to take. Sure. Let's accept these measly bids for somebody who's never going to make it. 1.3k though, he gets some wages. Getting that off the bill will be worthwhile. Did I read that right? 1.3k? Yeah, 1.3k. Ryan Jack has 6 months left on his deal. I will offer him a new contract. Whoa, he wants a massive boost. I'll give him 15, but I only want him to be a rotational player. Rotation 15.5. There we go, that's fine. I definitely still want Ryan Jack here. The option of the 4 Scottish boys in the middle is something I want to continue having at our disposal. Obviously, it's nice to have the 4 young Scottish boys in there as well. And Kilmarnock with a 2-0 win at Pittodrie. Who's seen that coming? David Fopala with a hat-trick. Wow. There you go. Was that in League 2? I suppose that would be, wouldn't it? That's amazing. Good for him getting a hat-trick. Training well also. Maybe he's got something. Maybe he's got something in him. Maybe he was worth the punt. Maybe he's just coming back from that injury he suffered at St Mirren now. Who knows? It was one of those boys we took a risk on, coming in for free. We're just going to cross over into December, of course. December 2019. Still in with a chance of this year's title. Let's see. Rooney, Herrera and Morelos all going to expire. I will give Morelos a new deal. He's willing to take rotation. Is he willing to sign for 5 years? He is indeed. Alfredo Morelos, new deal. Eduardo Herrera. I think I'm just going to let Herrera go, to be honest. We could maybe get some fee for him, but I don't even think it's worth it. Jack Price will let him go as well. Zach Rudden will keep. Yep, 1.5 for 5 years. That's fine. David Fopala. Jeez, he wants 5k. Let's give him 4 if he'll sign on for a 5-year deal. I think he could become something, so I'm willing to give him the boost. Ryan Jack there as well. Dimitri Mitchell, I'm willing to keep him as well. See if he'll take 10. He will indeed. Good, good, good. Mitchell, Danny Finlayson, we're wanting to keep him as well. He'll take a measly wage, absolutely. Let's get him in. Get him signed up. Bednarchuk, I still think has got something in him, so let's try and sign him up. 5-year deal on a K, nice. The rest of them, I don't think so. The rest of them, I think we'll release. Set all for release. Some good players in there as well, just no good enough for us. Hibs drawing with Dundee United. Ross County drawing with Hamilton. MD getting on well on loan. Nope, not really. Ian Fulton's injured. Why? What's up? Oh, 1 to 2 days, that's fine. Fine, fine, fine. Okay, training report. Bromer and Alves doing poorly. O'Halloran player of the month, even though he tailed off to the end. Edouard second in Young Player of the Month, and Paul Lambert gets Manager of the Month with a 100% win ratio. I fully expect him to start December on the front foot as well. The next set of fixtures, we are away at Dundee and Celtic are hosting Partick, and you'd certainly expect them to hammer Partick at Ibrox at Celtic Park. Okay, the cup. Let's see. 4th round draw of the Scottish Cup. Let's see who we get. Forfar or Annan will play Stirling. Preston Athletic or Alloa will play Arbroath. Hibernian at Easter Road against St Mirren. Hamilton against Ayr. BSC Glasgow or Montrose will play Edinburgh City. Hearts at Tynecastle against Dundee United. St Johnstone will play East Stirlingshire or Livingston. Inverness Cally Thistle host Dundee. Queen of the South host Cove Rangers. I'm getting worried about an Old Firm derby here. Celtic at Parkhead will play Clyde, thank God. Falkirk will play Kilmarnock. Aberdeen at Pittodrie against Wraith. East Kilbride will host Morton. Partick Thistle will host Rangers. So there you go, kind of a Glasgow derby, sort of, at Firhill against Partick. Could certainly have had worse. Scottish Cup final, Hearts playing St Johnstone. Good on St Johnstone. St Johnstone winners of the Betfred Cup. Didn't want Hearts winning it after they beat us. Jack Price, I can see down there is actually wanted. Who wants Jack Price? Oh, tactics, Jack Price. Oh, no, it doesn't say he's wanted. Fair enough. And after what seems like an eternity, we're actually now at our next fixture against Dundee. Aberdeen hosting Hibernian before that. Audrey. 5-4 to Aberdeen. Bloody hell, what a game that sounds. Ross County beat Killie 2-0. As we go into these Wednesday fixtures now, we've got some reports on loan players. Zach Rudden getting one of those goals for County, good for him. How many goals has he got now in the league? He's played 11 games, one off the bench, 5 goals, 4 assists. He's getting on really well actually at Ross County. And Robbie McCrory doing well again for Falkirk. Fopala only got 10 minutes after scoring a hat-trick. How harsh is that? And Dundee are going to host ourselves right now. Oh, Eduardo Herrera got a couple of sides bidding for him. Ian Fulton's capable. I think we'll take him out. I think we'll put Fodringham in. Dundee not in good form. We're obviously in excellent form, barring that little blip last time against St Johnstone. We've won 5, lost 2 and drawn 2 against Dundee, who actually, like St Johnstone, have had a couple of games where they've just disposed of us as if they're by far the superior side. So let's hope they don't have one of those days. I'm actually going to go once again with this formation. I'm not going to change it just now on the back of 2 iffy performances. Keep bearing in mind we didn't concede any goals in those games and took 4 points. So we're going to go with Fodringham, Gamboa, Cardoso, Wallace, Oliveira, Jack, McGinn, Jonas, O'Halloran, Afif and Edouard. We're going to go with that. Consistency in the team selection here. 4-2-3-1 from Dundee, who pretty decent side for one of the lower sides in the league actually. Assertively, we should be winning this game. None of this encouragement nonsense this time. Push forward right from the start. A fairly packed house here. See a couple of empty seats here at Dens Park, but a pretty good attendance by the looks of it. Dundee with an early shot and dominating possession in the first 5 minutes. Not a lot happening though. We're having really boring games. recently after having a string of absolute crackers, as Odsonne Edouard does well to hold that up. But Jonas has it now. A Fief's got a bit of space coming inside. Partick Thistle are ahead at Celtic Park, and McGinn is denied by Scott Bain. If Partick Thistle manage to hold on to anything today at Celtic Park, we need to win here at Dens and take advantage of that slip. McGinn's corner will be headed away, I think. Yep, Spence gets it away. Sissako will pick it up. Will launch it long, but well done Gamboa to intercept. So first chance of the game, unfortunately not a goal, but a good sign of a good encouraging sign. As we get to the half-hour mark now, nothing else has happened since then. I'm going to demand more now. I'm not just going to wait until half-time as Celtic equalise through Tom Rogic. And it's another one of these games. We've just completely gone cold. I don't know what's happening. Let's hope we can grab a goal here. Gamboa to Jonas and McGinn. McGinn takes an okay touch, plays it for a Fief. Sissako cutting her out. It's up to Elbak Towie. Possible counter on for Dundee actually. Elbak Towie goes out wide to Bjordal. Bjordal, oh, he's roasted Oliveira there. Bjordal now crossing it in. It's a good ball. It's headed away actually. O'Halloran picks her up. Counter the other way now for Rangers. O'Halloran ball iffy, but Edouard takes it down nicely, playing it to Jonas now. Edouard's racing through. It's a good ball by Jonas. Edouard's in on Scott Bain. He shoots across the keeper and it's wide. Oh, come on, Edouard, man. He's back to this crap again. He'd hit really good form on St Edward, and now he seems to be back to kind of hit a barn door. Passionately, we were the better team. Just keep going and we'll be fine. I'm going to hit them with that and see what it does. I'm just going to pull McGinn out and put Avdiaj on. We'll go with a 4-2-3-1 of our own and see what that does. I'm not going to go too drastic in changing the shape. Push forward, of course, because we haven't got the goal again. Smashed long by Dundee. Gamboa wins it back. Can we get an early chance in the second half? O'Halloran pinches her off O'Hara. Ryan Jack to Jonas and Avdiaj now. Good challenge. O'Hara breaks to Edouard. Maybe an early chance here. Odsonne Edouard running at the defence. Beats him. Shoots, but well over the bar. Okay, another chance here. At least a bit of excitement to start the half. Gandhi back the way. It's O'Day now. Dundee pinned in a little bit here on the right hand side or the left hand side. Jack to O'Halloran. Plays it in behind for Edouard, who's on his bike early. Take a touch, takes a touch, finish it. Across the keeper, there you go. There's that barn door. Excellent ball in behind, an excellent finish from Odsonne Edouard. And it is 1-0 at Dens Park. Let me praise them, thank you. It's still 1-1 actually. Partick Thistle holding on. No, it's not. It's 2-1 now. They're getting beat. As O'Day heads it away, Jonas will pick that up though. We still need to do our job here. It's a great ball into a Fief, takes a nice touch and a second and a good finish. It looked like he was offside to me, but not according to the assistant referee. Akram Afif scores the second goal, and 12 minutes into the second half, finally, we look like we can be a free scoring side again. It's Griffiths actually that's given Celtic the lead in their game. What is the marking all about here? It's whipped into the box. It's Gandhi and it's just wide. And 65 minutes into the game now, going relatively well. We're gonna. Oh, we don't actually have Mitchell on the bench. Fief's looking a bit too tired for my liking. Let's bring on Houston for a Fief, and we'll put O'Halloran on the other side and Houston on that side. I mean, it's not exactly perfect. Neither of the two of them really enjoy playing those positions, but boy looks tired, so let's get him off. And Morelos will come on for a chance up front. And he's taken down immediately by Waddle for a free kick. Is he going to be off? Is it counting that as a goal scoring opportunity? It is! Wow. Okay, fair enough. I don't see that, but I'll take it. Jack playing it to Wallace now. Can we get a third and just put icing on this performance? Jonas's ball, not a good one, cut out by Kerr. Back to Bain. Bain plays it long. Easy for Murray Wallace. into Barjonas, helps her on to Houston and Avdiaj. He's got the overlap for Gamboa across the keeper's son, right into the keeper, but it does come back to him, and it is slammed home by Christian Gamboa, the right back, for 3-0. And this is a kind of performance we actually needed here. Second half, come out, laid in a marker. We couldn't go into the game against Aberdeen at Ibrox next time out, having drawn a blank here again. And Dundee still trying to launch the ball forward, but they're getting picked off here now, down to 10 men. O'Halloran on the left, taker on the right back, into Barjonas, over the top for Morelos, made a good run, but it's a good challenge by Thomas, the defender. Hall will knock it long for Dundee, but picked up easily by Cardoso. Let's add a fourth, maybe even a fifth. It's Barjonas to Avdiaj, it's a great reverse. Morelos is in, he takes a touch, he goes across the keeper, but it's an easy save in the end for Scott Bain. And it seems like the St Johnstone result was thankfully a blip. Up here at Dens Park, we've been a bit iffy in the past as well, so it's good to come up here and put in a strong performance. Second half anyway, first half was reminiscent of the last 2 games, but at least we've come out in the second half. We've stuck to our guns. I didn't change it this time at the break to go with the 2 up. And it's worked out for us, so very pleased with the performance there, guys. And I think Partick lost 2-1 in the end in that game, so it is a 2-point gap, and they obviously have the game in hand, which appears to be against Hearts, so you never know, Hearts could take something. Hearts are a good side. I always feel Hearts are a tough side to beat in Football Manager, so who knows, they might get something. When do they play Hearts? They play Hamilton next when we play Aberdeen, then we play County, they play Killie. Then it's the derby. They don't seem to play Hearts for ages, so that game in hand isn't going to go away anytime soon. Barjonas playing with a 9 there, that's good to see. He looks a class player now. But that's going to be it for this episode. As you can see, unfortunate slip there against St Johnstone, but 3 clean sheets in a row heading into the home games against Aberdeen and Ross County. Of course, we had them back-to-back away during our run of 10 victories, beating both of them. So 3 clean sheets in a row. Unfortunate that 1 draw there. We couldn't keep the streak of victories going, but let's restart that streak. Get 3 wins in a row before we have to play Celtic at Parkhead, which you always pencil in as a loss pretty much. Yeah, as I say, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, drop down below and leave a like. And of course, if you want to follow the series, you can subscribe to the channel. But mostly I just want to say thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time when we're going to be taking on Aberdeen and Ross County.